Hey everyone, I'm Chase, a Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and this is our 2020 UTV Tire Buyer's Guide. All right, everyone, thanks for checking in. So today, as you can see, we're talking all about UTV tires. We're talking about all-terrain UTV tires. Now, as many of you know, there's a massive selection of tires that you can choose from a Rocky Mountain. So narrowing it down and find the tire that's going to be best for you, that is a difficult task to take on. There's a lot of things you got to consider, like sizing, the tread compound or the tread design that you are looking for. So today, we're just here to help you out. We're going to show you some of our favorite tires, some of our most popular, best-selling year after year. We're going to go through, we'll talk about the features of all of them, what makes them pretty unique and why we like them, and why we put them into our buyer's guide. And as I go through and I talk about these, if you have one of the tires that you see up here today, we want to hear your feedback. That's also going to help other riders out. So make sure, leave your questions and your comments below as we go through and we talk about these. I'll compare these all as far as weight goes. I measured and weighed all of these in a 30 by 14, so we'll talk about the weights. I even tested the tire durometer, so we'll talk about that as well. Now keep in mind too, one of the best features about our tires and wheels at Rocky Mountain, we have our tire and wheel package builder, which means you can pick the tires that you want, you can couple it up with the favorite wheels that you like, we will mount them up and ship them to you with free shipping. So it's an awesome way to save some money and get everything ready to rock and roll when it shows up to your doorstep. So without further ado, let's kick it off with tire number one. All right, so first up, we have the TUSK TERRABITE. Now the TUSK TERRABITE is going to be a DOT compliant 8-ply radial constructed tire, and the TERRABITE came out in 2016. And here's why we like the TERRABITE so much. We actually designed this tire right here at Rocky Mountain. As many of you know, we spend countless hours having fun in our side-by-sides. So when it came time for us to design and develop a UTV tire, we took all the characteristics, all the features that we wanted in the UTV tire, and that's what we put into the TERRABITE. And we've been really happy with how this tire has performed. So starting with the tread design, really good looking all-terrain tread style design. You can see here you've got nice good voids in there. That's going to help with the self-cleaning. We spend most of our time on the sand, the hard pack conditions, even slick rock. And this tire does really well in all those conditions. And even while testing this tire, what's awesome is that we got to try different tire durometers, different compounds to find out and get the best blend of durability as well as grip. Now, as far as the durometer on this tire, when we compare it to the others, this is going to be at about a 73, and I'll show you what the other durometers for the other tires are going to be as we go through. But like I said, the blend of durability and grip on this tire is excellent. If you look at the sidewall, you notice that you have these nice aggressive lugs. These do two things. They offer a little bit of added protection for the sidewall, but also if you get pinched up against a rock or a root, it just gives a little bit of added grip for the sidewall of the tire as well. Now, as far as the weight of the TERRABITE goes, remember I weighed all the tires in the same size. They're all 30 by 10. TERRABITE comes in at 35.5 pounds. Now, another great feature about this tire, it's race proven. Ray Bullock actually won the Vegas to Reno race in 2018, which is the longest desert race in America, and he won it on the TERRABITE, so it's been proven there as well. Now with the TERRABITE, you actually have two different options. You have the standard TERRABITE, which you've already talked about is race proven. It's an amazing tire. And then you have the TERRABITE Airman, and that's for riders that want to take it up one notch and get the most durability possible out of a tire. It is going to cost you a little bit more, but here's what's awesome about the TERRABITE Airman, is you actually have aramid fibers that are bead to bead, and what those do is one, they make it a 10-ply rated tire. So with the standard TERRABITE, again, it's 8-ply, and also those aramid fibers that are bead to bead increase the puncture resistance and the tear resistance of the sidewall. So you're just increasing the overall durability of the tire. And what's really unique about those aramid fibers is that you'll see some tires that are steel belted. And what we found with the steel belted tire is that you can only put that steel belt in the tread patch area. Being that it's an aramid belt, we can have that from sidewall to sidewall. So again, if you're looking to take it up one notch, get the most durability possible, the TERRABITE Airman is going to be an awesome choice. But either way, the TERRABITE tire from TUSK is an amazing choice. All right, so tire number two in the lineup, this is the MAXXIS Liberty. So the Liberty is going to be a DOT compliant 8-ply rated radial constructed tire. And this is going to be a really good option for riders that spend majority of their time in really hard pack rocky conditions, or maybe even doing some rock crawling. That's what this tire was built specifically for. And here's why. When you look at the tread design on the Liberty, first thing you're going to notice is that the tread lugs are actually pretty close together. In fact, these are the closest together of all the tires that we're going to show you today. Now here's the benefit of having those lugs being closer together. you're going to have more contact patch. In other words, you're going to have more rubber contact in the ground, which is going to be key in those really hard packed rocky conditions. Also, with the durometer on the Liberty is 65. So the lower the number, the softer the compound is going to be. So it is a little bit softer than the TERRABITE that we just showed you. And having that softer rubber compound, you might not get as much durability out of it, but in those conditions, that softer rubber really going to do a great job of hooking up and giving a lot of grip. Now, a couple things with the Liberty you want to keep in mind. So the weight on this in a 30 by 10 is going to be just over 36 pounds, about 36.1. But with those lugs being a little bit closer together, you just want to keep in mind that if you're in some sandier, softer conditions, or maybe you caught in some mud, you know, it's not going to do as good a job as self-cleaning with those spaced a little bit closer together. But in those really hard-packed, rocky conditions, or maybe even doing some rock crawling, like I said, the MAXXIS Liberty is going to be a really good choice. So moving on from that MAXXIS Liberty, we now have the MAXXIS Carnivore. So the Carnivore is an 8-ply rated tire. It's radial constructed. Now, as far as the weight with the Carnivore, it's actually going to be a little bit lighter than the Liberty. It comes in at 35.4 pounds. But keep in mind, with the Carnivore, not going to be DOT compliant. It's very important to consider that when you are choosing a set of tires. But here's why we like the Carnivore, and here's why I made it into our top 5. When you look at the tread design, and we talk about the durometer first. Now, like that MAXXIS Liberty, it's going to be about 65. So it's a softer rubber compound, which again, on those hard-packed surfaces and those rocks, those roots, that softer rubber compound is going to do a great job of hooking up. But here's a difference that you want to consider between the Carnivore and the Liberty. When you look at the Carnivore, it's very simple to see. The tread blocks are going to be a little bit taller, and they are more spread out. So this tire is going to be excellent. Still does a great job in those hard-packed, rocky conditions, but you know, if you're up against roots, or maybe you're in some loamier conditions, even mud, this tire, because you have those lugs that are spread out, going to do an excellent job of self-cleaning. In fact, these are the most spread out of all the tread patterns that we're going to show you today. So if you do spend a lot of your time in those softer conditions or mud conditions, this would be a really good option. You're also going to notice too, when you look at the sidewall compared to that Liberty, you are going to have some tread lugs a little bit more aggressive on the sidewall of the tire as well. So kind of like that TERRABITE we talked about, a little bit of added protection for the sidewall, but also if you're maybe up against a root or a rock, a little bit of added traction there as well. So again, if you are looking for a tire like the Liberty that has a little bit softer rubber compound that does great in hard pack conditions, but you want something that's going to do a little bit better when it comes to self-cleaning, Carnivore is going to be a rock solid choice. All right, so moving on down, we have a tire that's been around for a pretty long time, but continues to be extremely popular year after year. It's the KANATI MONGREL from GBC. If you're looking for a tire that's tried and true, that a lot of people love, that does great in a lot of different conditions, the MONGREL is going to be an excellent choice to look at. Now with this, you're going to be DOT compliant, it's radial construction, and you're also 10-ply rated with this. They actually went from 8-ply to a 10-ply not too long ago, so they actually increased the durability of the KANATI MONGREL. So they already took a rock solid tire and just increased it and made it that much more beefy. Now with the MONGREL, you're going to be just under 37 pounds, again in a 30 by 10 by 14. The durometer on this, you're going to be about 75, so pretty close to that TERRABITE. And when you look at the tread design here, it's a good looking tread design. You could honestly say that these guys pioneered the way when it comes to an all-terrain style tread design, because it's got a really good look to it. But if you look at their Mud Hog tire, that has the exact same tread design, but it's actually built for trucks. So again, you got good spacing here between the lugs, does a great job of self-cleaning. And like I said, you know, riders like this tire because it does well in a lot of different conditions, from the sand, the rocks, you know, to your soft, your loamy conditions, even those wet conditions. You know, it just does well everywhere, and that's why people like the KANATI MONGREL so much. So again, with the MONGREL, 10-ply rated, DOT compliant, if you're looking for a tire that's been tried and true, this would be a great option. All right, so the fifth and final tire to finish it all off is the MOTOVATOR from EFX. So the MOTOVATOR is a tire that we've spent time on, that we really like. This is an 8-ply radial constructed tire. It's DOT compliant. And this is going to be a great option for riders that are looking for a tire that is going to be steel belted. Now for a steel belted tire, what that does, it increases the durability and the puncture resistance in the tread area. So if that's what you're after, this would be a really good option. Now some other features that we like about the MOTOVATOR, when you look at the tread design, you have these really big tread lugs. So they're pretty well spaced apart, so it's going to help with self-cleaning. But having those larger lugs, it's just going to give you a really good contact patch. That's just going to help when it comes to traction on those hard-packed, slick surfaces. So you got large tread blocks. Now, as far as the durometer goes, this is the firmest durometer of all the tires that we've showed you today. It comes in at just under 80. So that just means you're going to get really good durability out of the tire as well. Now, one thing you notice too is this tire has really aggressive lugs on the sidewall, and actually EFX will tell you that these are going to help with cornering and rolling resistance as well. Now, the last thing you do want to keep in mind with the MOTOVATOR is you're getting that extra durability with the steel belt, but you got to keep in mind that does add some weight to the tire. So this tire in a 30 by 9.5 14 comes in at 44.5 pounds, so it is about 7 or 8 pounds heavier than the other tires that are in the lineup. So just something to keep in mind. But overall, it's a rock solid tire. It performs really well. And if you're looking for something steel belted, this is an awesome choice. All right, everyone. So that does it for our UTV tire buyer's guide. Now keep in mind, if you have questions or comments, you want to make sure to leave those below. We'll help get those answered for you. To pick up your next set, you can click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Now also, while you're there, some of the best advice I can give when it comes to tire shopping is read rider reviews. And while on the product page, you can actually ask questions there and you will get answers from customers who have bought and are using these tires. So it's a great place to go to get answers to some of the questions that you might have. Also, if you're looking to just be more educated about tires and wheels in general, we have 101 videos where we educate you on both, just to give you all the knowledge and information that you need to make a good educated decision. All orders over $75 ship free, and remember, take advantage of that tire and wheel package builder. Get the wheels and tires that you like. We'll mount them up, ship them to you with free shipping. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.